Good morning, everybody. Welcome into CubeFit Energize Your Day. This is David here in Houston. Let's get moving. First up on our feet, we're going to use a wall here in a moment, and we're also going to be on the ground some as well. But starting off just in that head and neck region here this morning, I want to do our flexion extension, and I also want to do our lateral flexion. So how we're going to do it is just hit all 4 points of contact. So we're going to go forward, and then over laterally, all the way back, and then to the other side. And you can continue that. Going all the way around the world here. Hope everybody's doing well so far this morning. I'm certainly feeling much better than I did last Wednesday. Still recovering from that Memorial Day workout. Feeling a lot better on that recovery scale. Hope you are too. And if you're not, this class is going to help a lot. One more time around. Good. So we're going to do something similar here, but not quite as rigid as we do that. So we're going to go circle around. We can go the opposite way. And I just want to go circumduction. And you go really, really slow as we always articulate all the portions of this cervical spine right here. And it's really hard not to make those shoulders come up like that. Make sure they're down, all right, as we come back. Carry lots of tension in this region. We're going back and forth one more time. So it's important to mobilize here. Use whatever range of motion you have all the way back one last time. Good. So how we started in that head and neck region is how we're going to kind of wake up the shoulders too. So what I'm going to do, it's kind of 3 parts right here. We're going to elevate and depress right here with those arms down. Then we're going to raise these arms. We're going to protract forward, retract back. And then we're going to raise the arms and we're going to elevate up and then depress down. So you work through that with me, okay? So first, up through the shoulder as high as you can go. Big squeeze all the way back down. Coming forward with those hands. Protract, push, push, push forward. Retract, pull, pull, pull back. And then your hands come up. Push up just with those shoulders. Reach, reach, reach. And then depress all the way down. And you should feel those lats turn on. Let's do that 2 more times, everybody, okay? Learn how to control this shoulder area as we come up. Squeeze down in that perfect posture. Forward, back, straight arms, up and down. Last one. Oh, my shoulders are feeling more awake already. Good, up and down. All right, so we're gonna work a little bit differently today. We started with that head and neck, shoulders. Now we're gonna go all the way to the ankle region, and then we're gonna meet in the middle for the rest of our class today. So for this next one, I just want to get a calf stretch because it's often forgot about in this ankle area. Foot health, ankle health is usually forgotten about. So I just want you to kind of lunge forward. If you have a wall to push against, that's even better. All right. And then this back foot right here, we're gripping the ground with that foot and we're pushing the leg forward as much as possible. Trying to get that full range of motion. So we're working through that dorsiflexion here. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you come forward, just lean, lean, lean. Feels nice to get a stretch in that area if you haven't done something like this in quite a while. I know this is the region of my body when I go play sports, when I go pick up basketball and stuff like that. This is a region for me that usually gets kind of wrecked. So healthy stuff going on here. Okay, you can release that and we're gonna flip it over, still working at that ankle, but now we're gonna actively move through that ankle. So I want your hips pressing up against that wall if you can. And then with these nice straight legs, what I want you to do is raise the side, that toe, dorsiflex right here. Raise that toe towards your body, towards your head, and you're just going back and forth like that. And the anterior tib, the front of those calves, not the gastroc, not the back right here, those beautiful muscles right there are gonna get lit up. And again, if you haven't used these, you will feel them really quick. All right. Energize in full body this morning. Keep on going. Changing it up a little bit. We got 2 more on each, everybody. Good, 1 more each, stay with me, up. And up, all right, 2 more against the wall, these moving actively through the leg and the hip. So you can be away from that wall, your hands right here, and I want you to bring that foot back and forward. And we're just kind of swinging right here. My core is still tight, and my glute is still on this side, but we're actively getting some length. I hit legs yesterday, so I'm feeling those hamstrings as I go forward. 3, 2, 1. Excuse me as I turn away, and we're going to do the same thing on this other leg, going forward and back. Good. Just getting some motion going early in the morning. You might feel one side feels a little looser than the other. That happens so often that I see. 2 and 1. Last one. We're facing that wall, and now we're having that foot move laterally. Okay, so we were just frontal. Now we're laterally moving over like this. Very good. Nice simple way to get some movement in if you have 30 seconds in your day. 2, 1, same thing, hit that other side, open it up, going over. You can see how we have some really strict movements that we do. Right, we were really strict in that shoulder and neck. And some of these we're just trying to not be so restrictive. 2, and explore. 1, good. Okay, you can release that. We'll go down on the ground. All right, and when we are down on the ground, I want to go into our cat-cow. All right, so we're in a quadruped stance down here, and I want you to now explore that spinal region. Okay, that piece that connects the upper and lower body that we were just working. So we come up into flexion, down into extension, and you continue seeing what kind of range of motion you got, what everything feels like this morning. Good, control that breathing, enjoy this, this should feel good. This isn't that hard run, this isn't that heavy lift. Just a little bit of length, a little bit of activation going on. Let's get 1 more each. Flexing all the way up. Good, and then we extend all the way down. So now that you kind of felt flexion and extension, I want you to find that neutral space in the middle where we're nice and flat through that back. And we're gonna go into some retraction, protraction. This time you have feedback from the ground when we do it, okay? So right here, we're gonna do those scat push-ups. So we're going down with those shoulders, we're locked out at the arms, and we're not moving through that spine. Just controlling that shoulder girdle. And a lot of people want to do this. A lot of people either want to move at that elbow, which I understand. A lot of people want to do that cat-cow here. We have to learn how to control all these portions of our body. Kinesthetic awareness. Good. 2 more going up and down. 1. And 2, good. You can release that, and then all I want you to do is bring those hands forward for me and then sink way back, getting some length in those lats, those back muscles through the spine as well. Nice straight arms. I'm gonna be quiet here for a moment, and I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this nice stretch for about 20 seconds. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, I know my cues are really good, but it's nice if I just shut up for a minute, a bit too, and you can enjoy that silence and that stretch. So this next one, we're gonna go into our pigeon stretch. So now going down into that hip a little bit more, what I want you to do is try to create a 90-degree angle moving forward, okay? So we're here, we have that front leg as close to 90 as possible, and it's not gonna be perfect, okay? I can actually get closer to you, so I wanna sink into that as close to 90 as possible, and then we want that back leg as straight as possible. It might not look like that, mine is not perfect, but what we try to do is bring those hips forward just like our shoulders should be, okay? So try to do that, and the more you bring your hips forward instead of letting them kind of go out diagonally, the more you're gonna feel the stretch in that hip region, in the lateral hip, in the glute, all that good stuff, okay? Good work. We're gonna get a little extra stretch and walk those hands forward, walk them forward and reach again, just like we were before. Three, two, and one. Good. Walk those hands back up. We're just gonna switch sides, all those same cues, all right? Close to 90 as your body allows. Nice stretch in that back leg. Stand upright for now. Trying to align those hips as much as possible. Good work, everybody. All right, walk those hands forward again. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Two and one, walk them back up. All right, so that was more of that lateral hip and glute. Now we gotta get to that front side of the hip as well. So what we're gonna do is go into our half kneeling stretch, one of my favorites. We're going to have one leg down like this. I don't wanna cut my own head off, so I'm gonna adjust right here. So we have that knee down, and then we're creating a straight line right here, knee to hip to shoulder, and then you squeeze the same side glute that the knee is down, okay? I don't care what you're doing with this back foot. You can have it flexed, extended, whatever. Just make sure that you're feeling the stretch right here. And if you want to add to that, you can reach straight up for me. Ah, feels so good. Great little warm up if you're going to do any activities as it starts heating up. At least around here, probably across the country a little bit, but in Texas, we're hitting, I think, 101 this weekend. Fun times. Okay, you can release, and then we'll go to the other side. Other knee down. All right, all that straight line we talked about coming up. Glute on. All right, now I'm feeling the front hip. Now that I turn that right side glute on, reaching straight up. I'm feeling it from my hip, even down my quadricep, that front thigh as well. Good work. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Last two stretches, they're going to be really simple because they're two of my favorites and they're easy to do throughout the day. Again, I want to go into this pike stretch. So we're going straight down, trying to touch those toes, touch the ground, whatever. We don't want to be completely locked out in these knees, as you see right here, but we also don't want to be bent like a squat. Just nice and soft through that knee. Feeling length through the hamstring. Good, slowly release it, coming up, 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 up. And then we'll go down into our squat from there. So I want you to reach down to the bottom of wherever your squat is, okay? Wherever that is, I want you to stay there and we will hold. All right, so those toes are straight forward. If they go out slightly, I'm not gonna tell on you, but you're gripping the ground actively, trying to keep that back as straight as possible. As we stay right here, and I've said it in this class before, that pike stretch, the squat hold, and then a little hang on here while I'm in the fitness center. If I do each of those for about 30 seconds, I'm feeling much better. Nice little reset. All right, 3, 2, 1, squat it back up. Wonderful job, everybody. Thank you so much for letting me hopefully energize your day this morning. And I will see you again soon. Thanks, y'all. Yeah, thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Jimlyn. Take care.